Today's story is called The Lame Dad Chronicles, Sick Day Spectacle.
It was a dreary Tuesday morning when Ellie and Jake slumped onto the couch, their faces pale and their noses red. The thermometer had confirmed what their groans had already suggested. Both were officially sick. Mom had already left for work, leaving Dad in charge. "All right, kids," Dad said, clapping his hands together as he strolled into the living room. "It's sick day time. I know you're not feeling your best, but don't worry. I've got this." Ellie groaned from under her blanket. "Dad, we just want to sleep." Jake sniffled. "Yeah, can we skip the whatever you're about to do?" "Skip," Dad repeated, clutching his chest like they'd insulted his honor. "Kids, a sick day isn't just about lying around. It's about turning misery into magic. And with your old dad in charge, this is going to be the most epic sick day ever." Ellie and Jake exchanged weary glances. "Here we go," Ellie muttered. Phase 1, the Blanket Fort Bonanza. Step 1 of the sick day spectacular, maximum coziness, Dad declared. "We're building the ultimate blanket fort." "I'm already under a blanket," Ellie pointed out. "Not good enough," Dad replied, pulling every blanket, sheet, and pillow he could find from the hall closet. Within minutes, the living room was transformed into a sprawling fortress of fabric, complete with tunnels, towers, and even a snack station in the corner. "You expect us to crawl in there?" Jake asked, his voice muffled by a tissue. "Not expect," Dad said, pointing out dramatically. "Demand." Ellie sighed, but crawled inside, muttering something about how this better be worth it. Jake reluctantly followed, dragging his tissue box behind him. "I have to admit," Ellie said, settling into a pile of pillows, "this is kind of nice." "See?" Dad grinned, sticking his head into the fort. "We're just getting started." Phase 2, the streaming smorgasbord. "Now that we've established our base of operations," Dad said, crawling into the fort, "it's time for Phase 2, the ultimate movie marathon. Name your favorite sick day flicks." Ellie sniffled. "Can we just watch something quiet?" "Quiet," Dad repeated, horrified. No. Sick day movies should be exciting, thrilling, unforgettable. I'm thinking Star Wars, Indiana Jones, maybe Jurassic Park." "Dinosaurs are not relaxing," Jake interrupted. "I'm literally running a fever." "Fine," Dad said, pouting slightly. "How about something animated? Maybe The Incredibles?" "That's actually okay," Ellie admitted. Jake nodded. "Yeah, that works." Within minutes, Dad had the movie queued up, popcorn popping in the kitchen, and an overly dramatic narration of the opening scene. "Dad," Ellie said, cutting him off, "please stop doing the voices." "I can't help it," Dad said, mimicking Mr. Incredible. "It's part of the experience." Jake threw a pillow at him. "Less voice acting, more movie, please." Phase 3, the snack extravaganza. Halfway through the movie, Dad paused it and leapt to his feet. Time for the most important phase of any sick day. Snacks. Ellie sat up. "I thought we were just having popcorn." "Popcorn," Dad scoffed. "Popcorn is prelude. For the real sick day experience, we need chicken soup, grilled cheese, and my world-famous ginger lemon tea." Jake frowned. You have world-famous tea?" "Well," Dad admitted, "I've heard people love it, mostly from myself." While Dad clanged and banged in the kitchen, Ellie and Jake stayed in the fort, half watching the movie. The smell of grilled cheese soon wafted through the house, and before long, Dad returned with a tray of steaming bowls, sandwiches, and mugs of tea. Ellie sniffed the tea suspiciously. "What's in this?" "Magic," Dad said, winking, "and also ginger, lemon, and honey." Jake sipped cautiously. "It's actually good." "Of course it is," Dad said, looking pleased with himself. Detective Dad isn't just a solver of mysteries, he's also a master of healing brews. "Don't start another detective story," Ellie begged. Phase 4, the couch carnival. After the snacks were devoured, Dad announced the next phase. "All right, kids," he said, pulling a box from the closet. "It's time for sick day games." Jake groaned. "Can we just finish the movie?" "Nope," Dad said, shaking the box. "This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to dominate your father at Monopoly, Star Wars edition." Ellie stared. "You brought Monopoly to a sick day?" "It's a classic," Dad insisted. The kids reluctantly set up the board, and within 15 minutes, Ellie had bought most of the properties, Jake was bankrupt, and Dad was dramatically accusing them of collusion. "I've been swindled," Dad shouted, pretending to faint into the pillow pile. "Or maybe you're just bad at Monopoly," Ellie said with a smirk. Jake sniffled. "Can we declare me dead and just stop playing now?" "Fine," Dad said, tossing the dice aside. "But next time, I'm winning." Phase 5. The unexpected finale. Just as the kids thought Dad was finally winding down, he jumped to his feet. "Wait," he exclaimed. "I almost forgot the pièce de résistance." Jake groaned. "Dad, please, we're sick." "That's why this is perfect," Dad said, dragging a large box into the living room. "Behold, the sick day photo booth." Ellie and Jake stared. "You've got to be kidding me." Inside the box was a collection of ridiculous props, feather boas, oversized sunglasses, and a variety of hats. Dad pulled out a Polaroid camera with a flourish. "Come on, kids," he said, grinning. "Say flu bug." Jake grabbed a pair of sunglasses and a cowboy hat, mostly to make it end faster. Ellie wrapped herself in a feather boa, glaring at the camera. "You look ridiculous," Dad said, snapping the photo, "which means you're doing it right." The heartfelt ending. By the time Mom came home, the living room was a disaster. Blankets were draped over every surface, popcorn was scattered across the floor, and a stack of Polaroids sat on the coffee table, each one showing increasingly absurd poses of Dad, Ellie, Jake, and Rocky the raccoon, who joined halfway through sporting a tiny hat. Mom raised an eyebrow. "What happened here?" "Best sick day ever," Dad said, flopping onto the couch. Ellie nodded, still holding a mug of tea. "It was actually kind of fun." Jake yawned. "Yeah, but also exhausting." Mom smiled, ruffling their hair. "Looks like you're all ready for bed." As the kids trudged upstairs, Dad leaned back with a satisfied grin. "Another victory for Detective Dad," he muttered. "Detective Dad?" Mom asked, sitting beside him. "It's a long story," Dad said. "You want some tea?" And as the house settled into quiet, the Turner family ended their chaotic, epic sick day with full hearts, full stomachs, plenty of memories to laugh about later.
Dad! Dad! Dad? Dad! 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 Dad!